over Tony Brent, who was in second place, who shockingly, due to internet issues and I believe damage, had not finished Bristol last night. The first race where we see
Kansas
really. Well, first of all, DNF in general, as well as not very consistent finish, which was.
Let's pull up some tools here.
Coming into
130.
Weather 90 degree now. Wow, 90 degree track. You'd think it'd be a little bit warmer than that with the way they're handling. 74 air, 15 mile per hour wind though.
Will be holding the 34.
Take a look at some
Michael Thorpe
speeds.
He is no
that.
to the top 5. He qualifies in the place position, just hundredths of a second ahead of the.
Get a nice overhead view.
A surge as of recent.
Bring this up a little bit.
Portion of the season has started. Once we got to the halfway portion of the regular season, it has something. A switch has flipped for the 13, and it's good to see that he is starting to get the pace once again. Zach,
I don't anticipate you spending too much time in the back.
What the broadcast is talking about.
Locked himself into.
Sped up quite a bit.
Should have better knock on something since I just said that.
He will start in the top 5. William Duff in the 17 with On the Throttle Motorsports, and no stranger, of course, to running around the top 5, if not the bottom portion of the top 10. He starts in 6th place. 7th place will be Philip Chavez in the 101. Jonathan Burt.
Looks like we got bit twice. We get 4 tires over the wall.
And rounded out by the 77 of Larry Grip. 3 of
no fast repair.
has got a very less than ideal qualifying time, but at qualifying time,
I think we can go about 55 laps, but we won't need to go that far because we've got a bit at 44.
Off in the 11th place position is Hyperly Tyler Mack, the last driver to set a qualifying time. And then Cameron Sarton will start off in 12th.
I can see the entire backstretch.
13th place position.
And up until the exit of 3 and 4.
Qualifying time.
Good to go.
Stage ends.
End up with 13 people. Telemachy, Dart, and Sarton did join.
NASCAR Coke Series Championship.
Good luck, sir.
Another race begins. A lot of things going on today, apparently. Everyone's doing a bunch of different things all at the same time, which is quite unfortunate. There's apparently too much sim racing happening at once. Who would have thought?
Get ready.
Only got 13 cars.
Field being led by the number 8 of Brian McCann. McCann, no stranger to the front row. There'll be no stranger to leading into the field to the green flag here at Kansas. 133 laps in store.
Good, safe start. 34 is with you. You dusted a 28.
And we are racing.
He's going to try to look to the high side. Remember, it's going to be a little loose at first. He's 34 is going to go back behind you. Take care of your car. No pressure. All good. I think everybody in the field is going to be on save mode, Brian. No need to push.
You said push?
No.
Brian McCann leads the first lap as we round ourselves into turns 1 and 2. Cloud cover over in turns 1 and 2 at the same time as well. A lot of these drivers were struggling in practice with the condition of the tires, essentially, not really liking the handling. It was a bit too loose. So that's why you see drivers running over on the inside lane rather than the outside lane. As well as the fact that the inside lane here is just more preferable in sim weather update. 75 degree air temperature, 90 degree track temperature, 15 mile.
34 just chased that thing all the way up the track.
Yeah, no, he's probably tied.
Just like that, he's gotten pretty spread already. Michael Thorpe Jr.
This setup is crazy.
Wise, he is.
Yeah, he hit the wall.
Yep. Yeah.
I was telling you how bad it was. Right there's a preview of it.
Actually, oh no, can he hold on to it into the inside?
He saved it, no caution, all kinds of room now back.
Not.
Dang, he saved that?
As Thorpe slides to the inside.
Wow.
He saved it.
He somehow throughout all of.
Oh, he's in the grass.
Gave you a 2-second lead.
But a hit to the outside wall has completely thrown the 34, Michael Thorpe Jr. off course. I was about to say, he started to look to the outside to make his way around Brian McCann, but maybe
that sent him all the way to the back.
Side. I did say that these drivers are struggling with the grip, and now with a stopgap, essentially.
You're still gaining time on P2 up to 2.3, almost 2.4.
Himself.
You said we had to go.
Tony Brown, Brian McCann.
You got places to be.
Brian McCann's about to.
Yeah.
Things to do.
Right. You got to go and we'll make it to the end of the race. Yeah.
I believe that was the that we had saved for Red Bull Ring, but even then I could be wrong about that.
I'm doing what I believe is best.
Yeah, you can take Logan. You got Logan.
Still a long race to go, though.
Now everything's going to change lap 20. That's when it becomes like ridiculous.
No severe damage to the right-hand side of the third.
Up to 2.7.
Visible fender damage, so kept it off the wall enough.
No, it's just really loose up there.
It's Tony Brent. It's going to be fending off the 33. It's actually lovely. It's Hunter Carson looking in fourth place. Trying to run that lane, run
okay, am I
the
3
3 seconds now?
Have like over 120 degrees at practice, and then now it's at 90.
Which just as we ride on board, we
It's literally like we loaded in a Martinsville setup and just put the gearing in.
Yeah, I know
outside lane. No luck though.
100.
Entering turn number 1 as Carson.
Why not? Let's do it.
Just one grip.
This would be a good
It
like
should be similar
grip
weather to
challenge
the
series or
D6
something.
last week, which now thinking, I don't know how the hell people ran D6 last week.
.1 over P2 now. .28's running the second line off the bottom through turns 3 and 4.
Lovelace again running the outside lane. Or in this case, at least the middle lane, trying to find something else that can work for them.
And also in 1 and 2, keeping the left sides above that white dotted line.
Probably because he's so afraid it'll snap around and hit the apron.
Goes up to the
Man,
outside.
this thing's crazy.
Switch back, but no dice, as I think Tony
Could be.
had a little bit of a slide off turn number 2.
Well, you also think about the banking, it kind of helps you get through.
Lower off the outside wall than one would think is normal.
Now, I bet if you run one line up and get a better angle off, that might would help.
Turn around you.
Like this. Come off down low. Yeah, oh,
It's kind of funny you say that. Whoa, he just touched the apron. He's good, though.
Lands moves up to the inside lane.
That middle lane
Gained another
entry.
2.5 cents and just that exit of the corner.
We're trying to rubber that middle lane in for later.
Just
He
to
was
get
doing
it.
that. He was running the middle lane up until the center of the corner, and then he tried cutting down but hit the apron.
Yeah. Like it cuts so hard. Rotates so much.
So he's diving down.
Yep, that's what I was saying about the lower wheel ratio.
Everything that he can. And we see the battle just up ahead between Tony Brent and Hunter Carson. Trying to close the gap.
Is this a iRacing default setup? I forgot to look.
0.3 from, well, actually, no, I'm reading that gap incorrectly. It's a 32.
I don't guess you could tell, could you?
And it's a 31.9 for Hunter Carson.
I can try. Let's see. You're going to get your spotter back for a second.
Are we 100% positive McCann didn't put in one of the open setups?
Did I do that?
See Tony Brent starting to migrate up to the outside lane.
I mean, 3.5 second lead, 13 lap test. That's laying the wood down.
Oh no. These headphones are getting wider.
Again, right in the same middle lane. That's Zachary Lovelace starting to run here as he continue riding on board.
Remember, Brian, conserve, conserve, conserve. Don't burn them up. That lap 20 is going to come sooner or later.
Yeah, no, it still feels good.
Okay.
I bet, I haven't looked at it, but I bet my throttle input is probably about the smoothest I've been in a while. Because it is a hard requirement to be that smooth.
Of course, Cameron Sarton, known for just for fun, doing his last to first challenges, I feel like at this point.
What's
Yeah,
it look like?
it is pretty steady and a pretty steady climb up to where you're full.
Yeah, you're really on eggshells here.
3.8 now over P2. Oh, yeah.
I am slowing down considerably, though. Oh, he caught me a little bit, I think. All right.
Your fastest lap was a 31.4. Your last lap was a 32.3, so you've lost just about a full second.
Start to be a little bit worried. Well, I say that, and Cameron might be listening, apparently, because he's starting to run the outside.
Oh, we got a pit lap 44.
Can't see what's not in your mirrors, I guess, and in that case, that strategy might work out. Marston not defending the inside lane too hard. At this point, I think he knows. Pretty much everyone knows that Sarton and McCann are kind of in their own little world in a sense.
Sarton's going to come up here and show me how to drive it. He came from the back.
Not really fight at all. It's best to not defend and just let the faster car go, because at this point, we're all quite aware. And it's better to just let the faster driver through rather than try and defend.
Yeah, I think it likes that low lane better.
You saw nothing, Trevor.
It stays off the right
It
rear
might,
more.
yeah. I would just be worried about having to put so much wheel into it. But I mean, you look good.
Catch on to the back bumper of Hunter Karsten. Philip Chavez running the top line. We may have seen that in the background. That's why I'm bored with Chavez for a lap.
No, the session won't give me any information about setups.
No worries. Just curious. Are they cutting the start front?
Sometimes it'll let me go in and like test drive or whatever, but it won't let me.
Are they cutting the front stretch?
Let's take a look. I'll go back to Tony Brent.
That line right there is what it likes.
Tony Brent's staying above the line. So is Cam Sarton. So is Hunter.
Tony.
So is Zach.
Again, the stage ends.
Philip, it looks like he was the first one to go under the line coming across the start stripe.
And for the drivers that are locked in this case, Brian McCann, Cameron Sarton, Zachary Lovelace, it doesn't really matter too much in a sense, as I think Hunter Carson just hit the outside wall of turn number 2.
Hey, my right front tire just got hot, finally.
We'll see what the lap time says, because his
Hey, how about that?
was a 32.6.
Battle for P2.
In the meantime, to the inside lane goes Cameron Sarton on Tony Brent. Brent falls down the
They're going to stay side by side through 1 and 2, so that's going to help you out just a little bit because the one's not going to be able to get back in the throttle.
His lap time only.
He got pinned down, so he's a little loose on exit.
So well, it wasn't too much. And then just been the American ethanol.
Same thing now in 3 and 4.
Be fair. Look at this, Tony Brent hanging tough in the middle.
One's now clear.
To drag back Cameron Sarton. Sarton clears Tony Brent off turn 4 on lap number 2.
4.2 back, sir. One is way up high. He is all the way above the dotted line on the high side.
Presently, Sarton moves up to the top lane in turn number 2. Karsten at least
Was anyway in 1 and 2, in 3 and 4.
Right.
He's down close to the white line. His right sides are on the dotted line.
Chavez to the inside.
Up high and in 1 and 2.
Chavez moves himself up into the 5th place position for Lovelace. It's not looking too well.
And again, down low in 3 and 4.
Get into that rhythm, which is quite difficult. Especially now that it's mostly cloudy. Not technically overcast, but mostly cloudy. 75 degrees of air temperature. The truck temperature has been dropping since we last checked at the very start of the race. It was 90 degrees. It is now 87 degrees track temperature. Now's the sound of Brent McCann going by as we see Sarton, Brent, Carson, and Chavez and Lovelace, as well as Travis Start, make their way to turn 3 and 4.
Still 4.2 up. You guys are pretty much staying even now.
That line's slower.
Yeah, you definitely run away on exit.
Just like that, we are already at lap 26. 10 laps to go until the completion.
Ooh, it almost snapped right there.
William Duff
Hey, lap 26.
fighting side by side for 9th.
I strung it out 6 extra laps.
Side lane, no luck so
35.
far. The 88 machine making its way by the 17.
All right, so 9 laps till the end of the stage.
Jonathan Burke, say in a good way, in a land of his own. I believe that was
Sarton's really happened to steer it off the corner.
a little bit.
3.8 now ahead.
In the meantime, though, we have a little bit of a group of cars here from about 4th to 8th.
Still down low in 1 and 2 and up high in 3 and 4.
Well, there's no doubt hanging on, nearly making contact.
Your last lap was a 69. His was a 67.
Turn number 4.
Damn, he's going to outrun me this race.
Chavez looked like he was going to
And you guys,
down to the end.
you guys are the class of the field.
Turn 1.
Pretty much everybody else is in the 33s.
He came from the back.
Yeah.
Hunter Carson still running that middle lane.
You're definitely going to lead the stage, though.
Trying to keep the left side tires on that seam.
Where's he? Is he still high in 1 and 2?
Oh, Chavez slides up the racetrack. Not sure if that was intended.
He's still high in 1 and 2 and on the bottom in 3 and 4.
A couple laps.
In 3 and 4, he pretty much has his right side tires on that first line going through the corner, and then he's all the way down on the apron across the start stripe.
Inside lane's not working too well. Now there's the outside lane bobbling off of turn 4.
Oh, he actually decided he was going to go low in 1 and 2 this time. Maybe he's listening to your stream.
Battle for points here.
Back up high, 3 and 4. .7 up.
The inside goes Travis Start on Philip Chavez across the start finish line. Completion of the stage. The stage completes at lap 35. The stage ends at the completion of lap 35. There we go. Took it. Got there at the end though. Travis Start has gotten in
Right. He's matching your line that last lap.
strike.
So you're going to stay at 3.7.
Starting to migrate back down.
His exit was a little bit quicker, but not by much, just a couple hundredths. Yep, you ran an 80, he ran a 76.
Oh, Travis Scott targeting the outside wall on corner entry. Not enough to rebound him to the inside wall. Maybe not enough to damage his steering, but still enough to make him work. Ken, Sargent, Brent, your top three. This battle from 4th through 8th, or 4th through 7th actually on your screen right now. Chavez still bobbling. All these points of the stage will be up for grabs here between all four of these drivers. Travis Start says, you guys can fight the rest of the positions because I'm not going to. He moves his way up to 4th. Carson will try and to the inside lane. Can't get the run off of turn 2.
Sarton's running me down.
Proves successful. He moves back to the inside lane.
Yeah, he's it's interesting.
Yeah, about 9 every lap.
Go into the cockpit with him.
With the air here
Through the corners, he is at like 12 o'clock. And on exit, he's at 1 and 2. So he's having to drive the thing.
I'm going to go look at the P6 racing from last week. I imagine there was
contact is made.
Cautions in those P6 races.
I don't know if Chavez hit the outside wall and then Lovelace had nowhere to go, but contact was definitely made between Lovelace and Chavez. Because Lovelace now has a bent front bumper.
You are the stage winner.
Laps to go while correction. Final lap is
3.4 up.
It looks like everything might be finalized here, but Hunter Carson may say otherwise. Same with the tires for Travis Star as well. Brian McCann will win stage 1.
He ran in 87. He ran in 82.
Third place, Tony Brent, Travis Star, Hunter Carson, Philip Chavez, Zachary Lovelace. As Jonathan Burt heavily telling
you got 20 laps in the tank, working on lap 36.
Just like that now.
I'll keep an eye on pit road for you.
So with those points, I did mention, I believe it was Hunter Karsten, that needed at least 6 points to mathematically lock himself in. I'll have to double check here. Let's see, is he plus 130?
I don't like that.
So as of the stage, Hunter Karsten has mathematically locked himself in.
Well, when he matched your line, you pulled away by a 10.
1 point, so I think he's fine. And with that as well for the gap.
He's down low with you again.
So it was 18.
Not quite on the white line. He's keeping the left side just off the bottom.
So it's 6th place. Like I say stage points, but it is
back up to 3.2, and he's back up high,
making his way up through back into the top 10.
He's having to put more wheel into it.
So we're sliding off to number 2, but manages to hold on to it. In fact, I was about to go right back to the lead of Brian McCann, but Michael Thorpe is already caught right up to the back bumper of William Duff, who's going to kind of defend. He's thought about it, but he will relent the inside lane, so just like that, 2 positions in 2 laps for Michael Thorpe Jr. as he makes his way up through the field. And Heverly Telemac is slow on the apron. That is turns 1 and 2. Definitely not a pit stop, that is sure. So go ahead and see what happened here with the 88. Heverly Telemac slid into turn 4. Oh man, I think Telemac wanted to go to the.
That's Telemacki going down pit road. That's the guy that you just lapped.
Let's go back one more time. Right in car.
One car is riding up high there. 2.5. I'm sorry, 3.5.
Just like
the indecisiveness.
He is having to put a whole lot of wheel into it now. You just gained 3/10 on him.
Go ahead and go back live now as Alberto Michael is in pit road. There's leader Brian McCann. There's Heverly. Brought back the American flag in scheme. I swear I just saw the right side go down, but it was the left side. Telemachy is, or Telemac. I'm never going to get that right somehow. It's been how many weeks I still pronounce the E in Telemac when it should just be Telemac.
He's getting to about center of the corner and then getting the nose to set and turning down just a little bit. He's gaining about a 10th in on each side of the track.
Has pulled it out of pit road. We're sitting there.
Clear.
33.3 seconds. Your leader is Brian McCann.
Like he's pulling away from the exits in 2 and 4.
3 I could fit in here. 2 laps before lap 46. I don't know. But regardless, we're going to go side by side. You won't miss any of the action. We'll keep an eye on the closest.
Fitting this lap.
And that is between Hunter Carson and Travis Starks.
All right.
Go side by
Make sure you're all set up. You should be. Don't forget to adjust your brake bias. I'll give you back your spotter.
Fitting in the sun. Fitting in the sun.
28.
You are all set. Here you go.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Pit boxing 10. 5. Car 1 has taken the lead. 3, 1. Right here.
All right, you brought about 4 or 5 people down with you.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to
Oh yeah, that big 74-43, that'll split them off.
We are.
That's it. Go.
Clean. Come on. Don't speed.
We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to
The leader
driving
is coming up on you. They're not at
Cone.
and we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you
Clear track.
can all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included, so look at
The car in front is pitting.
Is that the guy in front of me pitting? It said.
Saturday's race, by the way, is almost at almost 30.
10-4.
Got one inside. All clear, all clear.
17 pitting.
Leader has not yet come down pit road, so Travis Stark's still out there on those older tires.
Got one inside.
He's going to try to have fresher tires at the end of the race.
All clear, all clear. The car in front is pitting.
Yeah, that's the correct call. I probably would have done it too.
You're gonna attempt to fit right here.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 3 points.
But by the time he catches you, if he catches you, it's going to be too late. Outside.
Stay low. Still there? Hold your line. You're clear.
You already had
Clear
a
high.
3-second
The car in
gap
front
on
is
him
pitting.
before coming down pit road, and you're just running away from him right now. He's staying out way too long to try to get that to work. At least that's what I think. Thorpe and Lynch are on pit road.
The car behind is pitting.
You talking about Sarton?
Sarton right now, he is 3 seconds behind you. I was talking originally about Travis Dart. He was the one that was closest to you earlier.
Gotcha.
Good job, man. You're up to 4th.
All right, Carson and Chavez are both on pit road. Travis Dart not yet.
The car in front is pitting.
We are
Sarton came in 1 lap after you.
Speedway with the Full Send Racing Association, the Full Send Racing Series. 133 laps are on tap. Already, at least 50 of them are completed. And this is the On the Throttle 200 at Kansas. Currently sitting in pit road is, well, was Hunter Carson and was Philip Chavez. Over the tarmac back in pit road. Pretty much a good majority of the field is 1 lap down. Travis Dart, the only driver to have not gone to pit road just yet, trying to structure it out, maybe attempt a 1-stop, and you know what? I don't necessarily blame him. Especially considering once we switch to 2 laps to go, there's only, quote-unquote, about 20 laps left to be able to do that. Of course, this could help out Travis Dart in terms of strategy as well. The longer run could play off, so we'll see, no pun intended. We'll see how things go. Brian McCann's all the way over here in turn, what, this afternoon?
And 2 fast repairs on Saturday.
10-4.
Just now going through turn 2 himself. That is pretty much the gap. In fact, we'll see if we can go here. Here's Brian McCann on the front straightaway. There's Cameron Sarton for good measure, and there is Travis Dart. So Travis has a leg up in the sense of being able to not have to worry about Brian McCann or Cameron Sarton for the next few laps, especially with what he's trying to do, trying to split the difference, potentially pit it halfway. If it's possible, might as well go for it. Just slides off turn number 2, holds on to it. There is Tony Brent, still 5th place. Good Lovelace, although with a little extra damage between himself, from contact between himself and Philip Chavez. We never really got a good look. We never really got a good look at that. So I'll see if we can pull that up for a replay here. It's between Lovelace as well. It might be here. Nope, that was pit road. In fact, we might not even be able to, so lap 51? It's not lap 51. Not sure why it's marked as crash, but regardless, back with live pictures.
The leader just did a 33.188.
See Phil Chavez sitting here in the 8th place position. And a bubble of his own, and in fact, since Field is left down, we'll go ahead and showcase the gaps this way.
You are 1.1 to 1.3 seconds faster every single lap. You're just running him down. He's hoping for a caution, but it's. I don't think it's going to come out. The field is too spread apart, and actually, he just went down pit road.
To pit road.
Yeah, I didn't think he could make it on fuel.
After 57 laps, he could not split the difference for a 1-stop strategy, so go for potentially what could be still 2 stops anyway. We'll see how things fare in the next portions of this race. All he has to do is not overshoot his pit box, and he's done exactly that. Well, Brian McCann currently in the lead. We'll compare the pit lane
Track temp down to 87 and 75 air.
Very interestingly, Cameron Sarton at the shortest pit lane time of everybody that's gone to a recent pit stop. 40.5 total seconds on pit road. That includes passing through and stopping in the box. Next closest driver looks to be, I thought I saw, there we go, 40.7 seconds from Hunter Carson, then 41 seconds flat for Clark McCann. And for Travis Start, who's just now getting out of pit road, 42.9 seconds. So that overshoot cost him an average of, I want to say about maybe about 1.5 seconds, maybe 1 second. 1 to 1.5 seconds is what that overshoot cost him on pit road. One might think Michael Thorpe Jr. may have done the same because he had a 14.3 pit lane time. Regardless, everyone is back on the lead lap now, so we can return your gaps as normal. And with 43 laps to go, things are still, of course, not going to be finalized because the gap between Lovelace and Carson, I think Carson just got by Lovelace. And the gaps, we do have close gaps.
Pretty much staying equal, about 2.6, 2.7 ahead of Sarton.
Travis Start, Phil Chavez, Jonathan Burt. Of course, now that I see all the gaps are starting to widen out, especially now that we've gotten out of pit road. About 17-ish laps into their run, about average 15 laps into their run.
Driving different.
Don't say that.
So let's see.
It's like it's got more front grip, less rear.
Broadcast that we could see the pretty much
Track temps coming down.
the win formula where we've had Brian McCann, then Brian McCann, then Cameron Sarton. Well, McCann is about to start.
The whole track is under cloud cover now.
That is if things stay as they are. We'll start to see how things fare here in these
2.5 ahead of Sarton, and he's running your line.
Since we do have, I think we do have the possibility for this. Maybe not. Hypothetically, this should be possible. And for those
You just have to chase it up the track. You're going to gain a little bit of time here.
to being mathematically locked in, as of this,
You got his front left below the white line.
Junior just needs 14 more points because the cutoff is now 175 points, specifically without a win to lock himself in. Of course, the gap is the points he needs are 14. And where he sits now, 35, 34, 32, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28 points is what Michael Thorpe Jr. could have. So he could also mathematically lock himself in without needing a win specifically.
If you can catch a little bit of a draft off this guy, it couldn't hurt.
Should also lead into Sonoma, where the
Just don't abuse the tires.
90 points
Yeah, that's the problem right now. It's hurting the tires more than it was earlier.
up to do exactly that. Same goes for
Yeah.
Duff.
The
Current
thing that happened at lap 26 last time happened at lap 17 this time.
points respectively. Let's go ahead and show those to them here. William Duff.
We gotta make it to
Change some
88.
and not change you back.
The
Brake bias, but I'm not really using brake.
I was thinking 90.
Brent Hunter Karsten are going to be side by side here for the third place position. Currently and officially have
90?
the race. Tony Brent called a piece of the apron. They'll have to stop. chasing down the number 13 all the way.
Oh, I know why.
In fact, we can be even more hypothetical.
You think so? But
William Duck.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
I'll go ahead and enter things as enter points as things currently stand. Which
Just for a little bit of security, a little bit of insurance.
Yeah, he might actually catch me though.
Well, one just tagged the wall, lost it. You're going to gain some time again.
Oh, never mind.
Time, but
He was a little bit faster than me there for a while.
Yep, now up to 2.7. Yeah, he went back to the high side again, and he's running that line where he's pretty much straightening out the exit in the center of 3 and 4.
so if the
I'm sorry, in the center of 4, I should say.
even Jonathan Burt would find himself locked in. So hypothetically, I cannot stress that enough. Hypothetically, in order to mathematically lock yourself in, you have to have 90 points by the end of this race. And for a few...
There you go, give you a little bit of a tug down the back stretch.
Locked in. So, we have, of course, Tony Burnt, Travis Scott. They lock themselves in. We have...
And clear.
Or Hunter Karsten. I'm never...
That's a guy I was racing for the tournament thing.
Who has mathematically locked himself in as of this race. If you were to finish here, if everything were to stay as is,
yes,
169 points from the cup line. Of course, now that I say that, and positions have started to change. Tony Brent starting to fall back a little bit on pace.
A little loose.
Michael Thorpe Jr. swap positions as well.
Slightly.
Maybe I shouldn't have been.
Working lap 71.
Give or take 1 or 3 points. We'll go with that. Margin of error about +5, ±5 for the margin of error.
Yeah, Sarton's catching me. He's gonna outrun me. He's got me on this long run somehow.
Ryan Lynch, he would be.
I think he's going to run out of time.
Plus 110 points.
Well, he's up high, and he's turning down right about where the Farmers Insurance billboard is. And coming back to the wall at the exit of 4. So he's pretty much straightening out the last bit of the turn.
Lock himself in. Same goes as well for the...
It looks like it's working. Is he doing it through 1 and 2?
Sure,
3 and 4 is on the bottom, okay.
Yeah.
101 points.
Yeah, that's what he's doing it in 1 and 2, yeah.
Means, mathematically, again, these sharks would be locked in, and we wouldn't have to worry about anything.
So he's up there, and right there you go. Exactly that.
Correction, everybody, so that would be from a...
Oh, it looks slower, though.
Place. And upwards would be either locked in on the...
Might be better on the tires, though. And now he's back up top in 3 and 4.
Which is...
And doing the same thing.
Very intriguing. And these 1-point gaps will be...
So, yeah, it might be slower, but he's...
swapping every once in a while. Here comes Travis Start, challenging for the third...
Able to...
A while since we've seen...
Maybe take care of the tires a little more. I don't know.
That's what I would reference. Where we last seen Travis Scott finish in the top 3. I thought he was about to slide up.
And he's far enough back now to where he's doing the opposite of you. So as you go up high, he's going down low.
He was race number 7 of this season.
He knows you got a spotter. He's not stupid.
And that was, I believe, Iowa. And it was Iowa, yes. That's the last time we've seen Travis Scott finish in the top 3. He finished 2nd in Iowa. Other times...
Working lap 75, coming to 76.
He finished in 4th.
He went in 1 lap after you before.
And just last week, he had finished in 5th.
At some point, Cameron's or Sarton's going to catch the dirty air from the guy you got around.
Of course, and we'll show that on screen without the hypothetical as things.
And it's either going to help him or hurt him, depending on where he gets it.
Go ahead and start making that.
Damn, does it just go straight down the hill?
Yeah. now he's staying up high with you. So you're kind of staying about even.
Michael Thorpe Jr., who had slid up and bounced off the outside wall a little bit earlier on in this race, hasn't necessarily been at a large disadvantage, but I would say a top 10 is a top 10, and I would count that as something positive to look forward to. Sliding at
You're sliding those tires.
but still proving the fact that you just keep going, just roll with the punches, and everything should work out for you by the end of the race.
Compare this lap to last lap.
All right. Last lap was a 91.
Just for fun, we'll go ahead and throw this up on screen momentarily.
83, and he ran a 95, so you pulled away a little bit. You guys actually both ran a 91 the lap before that.
Carson battling it out for the 4th place position. Again, constantly fluctuating by about a tenth of a second. But we do have the time to do so. We'll go ahead and showcase to you the championship.
All right, it was a 89.
If the race
He ran a 93.
as things stand, that's not it. There we go. This is what the points.
They're going to have a little bit of a tug here.
Not out, but advancing by 2 points is mildly terrifying. But this is as things stand in this race if the race were to finish as is. So everybody from 10th upwards would be locked in on points. Again, the cutoff is 90 points going in.
You ran a 92, he ran an 88.
I guess technically 80 points when we hit the stage as well. That's just introducing more variables I'd like to think about. But regardless, the gap.
I think the draft slows me down.
Really Telemac at 20.
He had a horrible exit that time.
While not sure as to why. It could be work related as well. But regardless,
It upsets the car a whole lot.
to
So it's going to be tough if he even catches me.
I think things could go into the favor of that 88 car to snipe that position from.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that draft is just nasty.
It's fair in the closing portion of the race. Again, that is hypothetical point standings.
Back to about 2.1.
As things currently stand.
6 at the right rear and clear.
Point standings. Not sure why Cameron Sargent was at 2nd place anyway. Regardless, we get everything set up here once again. We'll show you the change here in real time. Let's bring this up once again. So this is the
He is really tight now.
things stand, but taking the stage into account and not finishing positions, there are
Coming to lap 84.
basically it's 38 points between. Wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. That might be correct. Pretty sure that's correct. Yeah, there's no 8th win for Brian McCann there, so these are accurate. So 9th through 1st are locked in on points.
He's up in the wall.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about. But regardless, the gap you see between Epperly and Philip Chavez being a little bit shuffled as well. I guess more accurately, Philip Chavez and
If he wasn't, that was damn close because it showed he actually gained a little bit of time on exit.
back. There we go. Is a lot wider than what we see. Same for just the general cut line gap being 20 points. So this is the points as of the stage. And as things currently stand, not taking into account the live positions. So, let's see how things fare in these last 49 laps. And now that you have that in mind,
What do you think, 89?
to think about and come up with some hypothetical scenarios if you do wish. We'll go ahead and go back to the racing action. Keeping an eye on Tony Brent and Hunter Karsten here. The 4th place position on track. Go ahead and go side by side. Once again, you won't miss any bit of the action here as we will go side by side with 48 laps to go here at Kansas.
As long as he ain't catch me, I might just stay out and play off of him.
Okay. I just don't want him to come in before you and gain any kind of time.
You saw nothing, Cam.
With the Buck Digger Gamer 2, what you see and what
Clear outside.
is what you feel.
nothing.
Butt Kicker, the future is feeling.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do the one lap after me strategy, regardless of what happens.
Or try to make up a little bit of a deficit by coming in one lap earlier.
In that case, I'll just come in the next lap. I think he caught me a little bit. Nah, we're still,
no, we're still
even. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're still two.
Oh,
You
I hit
ran a
my.
14. He ran an 08. You're
I messed you up
1.9
there.
ahead.
I messed you up there. I just hit my button. I threw our timing off.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just
Oh, he tagged the wall hard that time.
Uh-oh.
we're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs that
I think he's going to come down. If not this time, definitely next.
and we continue to push each other.
You coming in this time?
Hour of nonsense. We have one of the
Negative.
NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99.
Okay.
I'm gaining on right now.
Individual subscriptions for
I'm going to give you back your spotter just in case.
NASCAR vehicle.
Yeah, it's because you plugged the wall.
The Rallycross program and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
All right, windshield tear up. I see the dirty screen you got. And 4 tires.
Fuel.
And smile. Oh, yeah, full of fuel.
Yeah, Dean.
He's going in. Good call.
It's messed up though. Lost some time on that.
Good car for you.
Boxing.
Probably.
10,
Probably should have stayed out.
5, 3,
No,
2,
I think this is good.
1. Right here.
Because I could have had a little bit better pin entry and
You're definitely going to get. You're going to need a good exit though.
That's it. Go.
Come, come, come! Don't speed. Watch the blend line. You're going to have a couple coming up
The
high.
leader just did a 33.17
Setting this time.
2 up by the wall.
outside. Still there. All clear, all clear. The car in front is pitting.
I didn't lose any time on him, so we got that.
No, you actually gained about 2.5, almost 3/10.
Pit stops are underway, and the battle between Tony Brent and Hunter Karsten.
And he's got those 2 lap down cars between the 2 of you now. So that actually worked out really well.
Up to the outside he
The car in
goes.
front is pitting.
Exact same tire where I was last time. That's crazy.
Can Hunter Karsten get anything done on the outside? No.
Nice.
Brent defends.
All right, he is clear.
Michael
And 2.1 back.
fourth. Second round
Cameron, I
pit
was on the
stops
way
currently
pretty
going
down
on.
before I just saw that
Keep an eye
pink and white
on
team.
this
Like, oh,
battle
shit.
as positions continue to shuffle.
All good, bro.
Co-stars
He knows that he's going to have to push because you've got the speed.
gotten a little bit loose on the inside,
So just maintain.
and that's going to allow
Don't worry about anything in the rear view. If you should start to catch up, just run your race.
6 laps.
Remember, he's going to have to pass you if he catches you, and by then he would have abused the hell out of his tires.
Strategy. He'll
I just wondering what line do you defend?
in time on pit road. Actually thought he was going to go wide there for a moment, but he does hold on to it. So in pit road is Tony Brett.
I still think the high side would work
sitting this
more.
time.
Our try to start Hunter Karsten, Ryan Lynch, and William Duff. Well, I say Ryan Lynch, and well, he immediately goes to pit road. Way down into the center of the pit road line. Try to start has gone into pit road. 45 mile an hour pit speed, if not 50 miles an hour.
Right rear and
Man, Jonathan, you didn't do that at all, right?
I have to double check that because it might be 55 actually.
You're back in third.
See the positions continuing to shuffle once again. Hunter Carson, the last driver, now have to go to pit road. William Duff as well has not gone to pit road yet, so keep an eye on him, and then Hunter Carson as we make our way around the racetrack here with the final 37 laps, which continue ticking down. Of course, we saw Travis start trying to stretch the previous run towards the halfway point. Didn't really play into his favor too much. Same strategy.
He's catching me.
Have chosen to not go to pit road this time by.
he's getting a push from the 34. Plus he was drafting off the 33.
47 laps for Hunter Karsten.
34 is fighting him underneath now.
Once Karsten pits, it will be
Did I get you, Cam?
a battle between Cameron Sarton and Brian McCann.
Barely.
So they will go into net P1, P2. Michael Thorpe Jr.
You just gained a 10th by him getting into 34's draft.
Unlapping himself in a sense.
That's the effect of that draft. So he may catch up to you or get close to you, but that draft is going to kill him. He just hit the wall into the draft of the 34.
Thing
Dang.
shaking out.
So he's using a lot more right front than I am. I'm babying that right front.
Potentially overtake Jonathan.
Right now, yeah.
These next 5 or so laps go. William Duff has not gone to pit road just yet. Hunter Karsten does choose to go to pit road. So that means net lead goes to, or the lead actually, does go over to the 8 of Brian McCann. It was very close to the start finish line. I wonder, not 0.3 of a second difference it was. So 3/10 of a second. Hunter Karsten.
Now he's far enough back off the 34 where he's got his drafts, but it's not really affecting him too much. He's gaining a little bit of time.
Nonetheless, he'll put on some
Down to 1.38,
tires. William
1.4.
Both of those cars are catching me.
wonder if
Michael Thorpe's on better tires than us.
Well,
This is
the
gonna.
one behind you, that's not for position.
he's gone the pit road.
Yeah, he's got better tires though. He's gonna get up here and disrupt things.
Car trying to rotate around a little bit too much.
That's about the only thing he could do. But just like the same way he's been kind of pulling the one up to you now, same thing's going to happen here in a little bit if he gets around you.
Yep,
You'll
then I'm
able
gonna be
to
stuck in
draft
his.
off him and just choose a different line in the corners so he doesn't. What's that?
34 of Michael Thorpe Jr.
I think I was agreeing.
Four. Back of the car wiggling up.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
What I said about the 6 and the
Well, you got 2 cars that are faster coming up on your backside now.
It's right here at the start finish line. Chavez up to 9th.
They're going to stay in your tire track, so that's going to hurt the one because they're somewhat side by side. They're taking a lane and a half off the bottom,
Just out to
and they just about wrecked each other too.
5 are on the lead lap. Not from 6th on back. Hunter Karsten and Michael Thorpe Jr. are battling for 6th place to be the first driver 1 lap down if that is necessary. Karsten is going to fight on the inside lane. Corbin's going to try and hang tough on the middle. Karsten gets by. Does Mike
13's looking right rear.
corner entry? No.
Not yet, clear. 34 is going to follow.
Side of Brian McCann and has effectively just unlocked
34 now right rear.
Practice is for the lead.
Outside.
Has not gone to pit road yet. I say
Still on you. Hold your line.
The first driver to be on the
And clear, sir.
the last driver to be on the lead lap. I'm tripping over my words here. Brian McCann.
Now try to hook up. Just grab a different line in the corner so they don't affect your right front too much. But that brought the one to within a second.
I think we got there by the end of the day. Tony Brent has passed by William Duff. 30 laps to go. Things looking dire for the 17. Jonathan Berg, Philip Chavez once again trying to potentially do battle here. Jonathan Berg can't bring anything to the back bumper of the 101 at the moment. Zachary Lovelace in pit road. Only after 14 laps of his previous pit stop. I wonder if we had picked up any extra damage here. Not seeing anything.
There you go. Good line.
17, hitting the top.
33 in his pit box nonetheless for longer than the 14-second average that would take to change tires.
Gain to half a tenth down the back stretch.
Luckily for the 33 of Lovelace, he is and has been locked in.
And up to a second in 3 and 4. Good job.
Has gone to pit road, although a bit of a dramatic entry to pit road. I think he locked up his tires, but in pit road nonetheless.
Watch the right front, Brian.
So we have been talking a bit of weather earlier, and might as well talk about it again. It's still considered mostly cloudy. Sun not hidden behind the clouds this time. Enough for the air temperature to have gone up a couple of degrees from last time we checked in. It is 77 degrees air temperature. The wind's still about 50 miles to the south, averaging. Back temp has gone back up to 90 degrees now that the sun is out. And not being hidden behind the clouds. And some of these drivers are definitely feeling that.
Staying at a second now. When you go high, he's going low, but the draft off the guy in front of you is helping you on the straightaways.
There's the gap here off turn number 2. He'll look down to the inside lane. Philip Chavez gives him all the space in the world to the inside.
He mimicked your line that time.
But can Burke get the pass done? He does. Switch back to the inside. Is not successful as Chavez would have hoped. And with that run, this might be, I would say it might be a done deal for P7 on the track.
24 to go.
These two have been battling with each other the past few laps, pretty much ever since they've gotten that pit road. It'll take 15 laps to go.
You're starting to push a little. He just tagged the outside wall. Still coming. 7/10 ahead.
We're riding along for a bit for those couple of laps. Gap has started to grow wider lap by lap by lap, and well, last time by the start finish line, it was 0.03 of a second that separated good lap times between both of these drivers. This time by It was 32.8 for Jonathan Burt, 32.9 for the 101 of Philip Chavez.
Outside. Clear up.
Meanwhile, for the lead, we might eventually have a challenge. Especially now that Michael Thorpe Jr. is being put one lap down once again. McCann will shut the door and sportsmanship, and Thorpe says, all right, I'll just slow the box to that. That has indirectly slowed up the 8 with Brian McCann, I believe. We'll see what the lap times are last time by between McCann and Sarton. Last time by, again, it's 300ths of a second. This time by, it's 300.
Martin was almost 3/10 slower that time. Good job.
In terms of lap times, these two are showing relatively equal lap times here. 32.817 for Brian McCann, 32.844 is the lap time of Cameron Sarton, with 20 laps to go. Tony Brent has actually started to catch up to Travis Dart here. 4/10 of a second drop off in the lap time of Travis Dart. I wonder if he hit the outside wall at some point. He did hit the inside wall or the outside wall, and then turn one.
Right front.
Race, but
Inside.
to
Or left front, rather. Inside.
to his arrow or his steering, so it could be tire fall off. Which
Till their door.
is fair.
He's all the way down on the apron.
Gap has come
You've got him pinched down.
between
Coming up with you.
McCann. The gap is pretty much nothing between Tony Brent and Travis Dart.
Clear.
Tony Brent not able to get the run off of the corner on the inside as
One's with you.
meanwhile for the lead. Michael Thorpe Jr. is fighting hard to stay in the lead lap.
Right rear.
But
Clear.
he's trying to get by as quickly as possible.
Still clear.
Put the distance between himself and Cameron Sarton. Try and get that 7th win of the season for the number 8 machine. Cameron Sarton gets to the inside of Michael Thorpe.
Clear up. Sarton's got the car to your out to your rear, fighting with him. So they're side by side.
As positions swap between Tony Brent and Travis Dart. This is proving detrimental to Cameron Sarton as well, but no rule saying that a lap car absolutely has to stay out of the way. Well, the gentleman's agreement, and Thorpe is no doubt more than aware of that. As Tony Brent and Travis Dart trade positions, it is Tony Brent back up to 3rd place.
He's staying up high on both sides of the track that time.
34 of Michael Thorpe Jr. That's another question is, the other question is, what
15 to go.
would be most successful? We'll go back to the battle for 3rd place as both Tony Brent and Travis Dart are driving the tires off their cars. Both of them are, I believe at this point, they are pretty much mathematically locked in. But I think both of these drivers have been mathematically locked in.
He tagged the wall that time. You're going to gain a little bit of time on him.
We're not sure if we could catch on board, but the 26 of Travis Dart was 1,000% sliding on the top lane. Meanwhile, on the other side of the racetrack, it is the 8 and the 1. 1st and 2nd once again, but that could change here heading into these final 13 laps. Top side goes Cameron Sarton.
All right, he's going to have a little bit of a run on exit. On your bumper.
Driver.
He's going to stay high.
Well, correction. The only driver so far this season to have gone back to back in wins is Brian McCann. Cameron Sarton has not gone back to back. He's broken the streak that Brian McCann has been setting, but he's not yet gone to a.
There you go. Dump that air on him.
Let's see how things fare. McCann takes the top side lane away and turns one.
Good job, Brian. I saw a whole lot of wheel movement there. Keep going, sir.
Into the middle lane to get the momentum and drag those cars off of turn number 2. McCann thinks the inside lane's better in turns 3 and 4. Sarton says otherwise. He goes, well, I think the top side's better. And through all of this, for third place is Tony Brent, Travis Starr, and closing the gap is Cameron Sarton, Hunter Karsten. I'm never getting that right.
You are clear up.
Oh my goodness.
Just outside, right rear. Door.
Yeah, they couldn't handle
Yeah,
that.
he's got that run.
I'm pretty sure he would love to be in first place, and he'll do just that.
The way he cuts 4 in half.
Number 3 on the top side.
Still outside.
2 battles at the same time here across the race.
I think he's got me.
We saw last time by.
My right rear is shot.
As he had exited turn number 2 last time.
This is slightly better than mine is.
That time by the start finish line, it was Cameron Sarton in the lead with 10.
Still side.
He's got it all day.
All right.
He's still
Cool him off.
way to make
You got 10 laps to go. Cool him off. You're okay.
track we're at. And Cameron Sarton has cleared Brian McCann off turn number 2. But there's still 9 laps remaining in this race. So McCann could strike, and the outside walls could strike as well. Same with overheating the rear tires. We'll see how things go. But the long run pace is clearly benefiting Cameron Sarton. Both these drivers pit on the same lap. Meanwhile, back in third place, Tony Brent proving successful in holding off Travis Starr and Hunter Karsten. The tires crying out in agony, as they say otherwise. For Hunter Karsten, he has 4-lap fresher tires than Travis Starr. He has 5-lap fresher tires than Tony Brent. Swap for 10th place as William Duff is once again in pit road, getting some tires. Deals after 17 laps that the tires aren't exactly holding up to his.
See how he cuts 4 right there?
This is crazy driving like this. It's like on water.
Laps to go, and the battle for third place is just getting started, believe it or not. Tony Brent not utilizing the apron just yet. And leave the inside lane open for Travis Starr, who dives down.
He was hitting the wall quite a bit at the end of the last long run. You never know.
Stays on the low side, puts the splitter of the car right up against that white lane as much as possible.
There it is again.
Oh my God, I think the right rear is going flat.
Want to see the 26 get loose on the...
Nah, you got it. You're good.
For Karsten to close the gap immediately in turns 1 and 2. 7 laps to go. I think both drivers at the outside wall. Karsten hit the outside wall a bit harder than Travis Starr did, though.
Run 1 lane lower than him when he stays high. That forces him to stay higher than you, and it also keeps a little bit of clean air on your nose.
Trying to hang on to it is...
I don't think draft and
if he
all
tries
that's
to
the
cut
problem.
down, all he's doing is wearing out his stuff.
And that right rear is smoked.
So far to the outside that we can't even see it. We do see, however, that Travis Starr had gotten loose. You couldn't really see it from that angle, but he is pushing the rear tires off that car. Almost quite literally.
I've got nothing.
The crossover to the inside lane. Off
Gotcha.
2, he bobbles a little bit. And it's
Well, he's got most laps led.
race
And let's see, as far as fastest lap goes,
finish line.
looks like Travis Dart has 1/1000th on you. Or 1/100th on you.
Karsten with the inside.
You ran a 41, he ran a 40.
Close the gap.
I'm wondering if draft may have helped,
That's going to allow Travis Starr
because we ran in the draft for a while there.
start finish line.
So maybe he was able to save his right rear a little bit more. Or he's just driving it better, one of the two.
Might have been able to.
Over bobble from the 26, holds on to it.
Well, he had 2 or 3 cars to draft off of.
McCann about
Hold on, wait.
0.4 seconds back.
This is no grip.
3 to go.
Is
Oh, man.
there. Just a little bit faster last time by the start-finish line was Cameron Sargent, actually, by about a tenth of a second. Suffice to say, the battle for the lead might be over and done with. For now, we'll keep an eye on this battle for 4th place as Hunter Carson tries to utilize the outside lane to his advantage. Not playing too well in his favor, especially with the apron, but you know what? I'd be surprised if Hunter Carson dived down to the inside on the final lap.
2 to go.
Try and pinch down the 20.
He's cruising to the win.
Well, he might not even need to because Charles Stark just got loose off turn 2.
We need a caution.
Hold on to it. There you go.
Enough to hold on to the inside.
We need a caution real quick.
That's not going to happen. Field is way too spread out.
Again, bobbles off turn 4. 2 laps to go to the start-finish line, and in fact, that...
I bet we're going to be in like the 30s this time.
All right, Brian, you got to catch him and pass him right here. Let's go.
Can I do it? You ever seen a pass in the grass?
The white flag here at Ansel. See on the throttle 200 as
There you go.
on caution-free. I've got the tally of caution-free all races that we've had so far this season. Of course, this being one of them. He's
I wonder if running
we
that
got
high
13
side.
cars on track. Of course it's going to be caution-free.
has always been comfortable with. And once again, Cameron Sarton has proven
Good job, Brian.
can do a last first
Thank you.
match. Not only that, but Cameron Sarton has also proved as he rounds off turn number 4 that he too can go back-to-back and wins at Kansas. The battle for 4th place is about to heat up here. Tony Brent will no doubt finish 3rd, depending on what happens here. But the battle is for 4th place on the race.
Not too shabby,
The
sir.
preferred lane for Travis Start. And as they round off turn number 4, here's 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the start-finish line. Tony Brent ran out of fuel right at the
You're right,
start-finish line.
Yeah, I don't know how the iRacing gods just hate me the last 3 weeks.
A surprise 3rd place finish goes to Hunter.
Oh, Hunter got around him.
Racing you through, or you two.
4th
Hunter and
place,
Tony,
Travis
that's fine.
Start. 5th place, Tony Brent.
Yeah, what a brawl we had those like last.
Oh
5
my
laps.
goodness, I cannot believe that. Well,
Tony Brent, the red car here.
what happened here? But
All right, buddy. I will catch you next week.
Cameron Sarton,
All right, man, take it easy.
he is
You too.
back in the league for the first time. This
Tony Brent run out of gas right in front of him at the checker
to
flag.
Brian McCann that he too. What's the phrase? Whatever you can do, I can do better. Cameron Sarton has just done that. And not only has Cameron Sargent gone back-to-back, he has set himself up.
Talk about smack talk. Whatever you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
In a row. As Cameron Sargent burns it down the front straightaway, we'll take a look at the
Wow.
results now. This
Hey, commentator's supposed to be,
man
on the outside looking in. Whatever. All right. Have a good night, man.
In 4th place,
You
Travis.
two later.
5th place is Tony Brent. Because of the green flag run we had, everyone else is a lap or more down. That is Michael Thorpe Jr.
Oh, we were at 40 that time.
November
So 3% less
Chavez
than the last 2 runs
On
I had.
Throttle Racing's Ryan Lynch and Larry Griffin have once again snuck themselves into the 9th and 10th place positions as per usual. And then running out the rest of the field, William Duff finishing in 11th.
Waiting room.
Zachary Lovelace unable to finish the race for one reason or another, finishes 12th, 30 laps down. Hemberley Telemac finishes 13th, 93 laps down, initially due to internet connection issues. And, well, not the best day, but I believe those points might still count for the 88. I'll have to double check and see how things fare with the points tally at the completion of this event. But before we get to our interviews, we're going to go ahead and head to a replay. This is going to be the full...
Michael Thorpe in chat on the broadcast while he was racing, I guess, or maybe it's somebody else he's related to. He said
This
McCann
might
need
be-
to let the
It's right on board Tony Brent here.
PAP car pass or might get turned. I'm not sure what he means by PAP. What did he try to spell there? Need to let the PAP, is that a sponsor maybe?
You see the rev limiter
No.
too. He did run out of fuel.
Good race, Brian.
They did nothing but
Good
keep
race.
splitting. You see,
I saw what happened there in the end. You got
Travis Starr just
got around
flying
who was
by.
it? Tony at the end?
I got so lucky.
A shock third place finish.
That's a horrible time to run out of gas for him.
Oh yeah, I saw him and I was like, "What is going on?" See, like,
It's right on board Hunter
thinking the
Carson.
race is
See what
done.
he
Or,
saw.
like, what? But I had a brawl with Travis at that though. That was fun. The rest of the race was meh.
Wow.
You
Once
two
more
were in your
for
own
Travis
zip
Starr.
code.
Halfway in the grass, probably panicking, thinking that the 28 of Tony Brent was going to go elsewhere, but wow. Again, I have to say a shock finish effectively. But we will go ahead and move on to your interview.
Shot finish. No, I called it on lap 4. No, I didn't.
Start with the.
It was like a lap. Whenever he passed the entire field and started running me down.
Something that, come on, there we go. Something that even I wasn't expecting is talking to you, Hunter, today. You did great, of course, qualified. I even had to double check for this just to be sure. Qualified 4th and then hung around the top 5 for most of the day, or around the top 5, and then suddenly you appear back in 3rd place because, well, at the literal last corner, Tony Brent ran out of fuel. Oh, for some reason, we do not have you. 1 second, I believe. I have to double check everything else here.
He's got to mute it.
Ah, that might be why. All right, let's try again.
Unmute him.
There we go.
I didn't even. We're good?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even expect to be up here. I just struggled with the long run pace most of the race. Just trying to find the limit and whatnot. But I ended up being a little lucky today and ended up P3.
Yeah, even was a shock P3 finish, and well, something I have no words for. Shockingly, usually it's like something I should, but there are times where I'm just like, oh, okay, that's happened. So, absolutely wild. So we'll see how things fare going into Sonoma next week. Actually, before
Sonoma,
even onto Sonoma, let me triple check with everything here with points. But I believe you are. At least, especially at this point, let me double check. Coming into this race and
in Talladega,
the stage, you were plus 121 points. And for Sonoma, going into Sonoma, drivers would have to be plus 90 points to be mathematically locked in. So not taking the finish of the race into account just yet, but the stage points, you have firmly locked yourself in mathematically going into next week. So especially considering Sonoma being the road course next week, the rogue second road course of the season as well. Something that no doubt that you can relax about going into not only Sonoma, but Talladega for the week after.
Yeah, those are 2 weeks I am not really looking forward to. I'm not good on road courses, and then Talladega is Talladega. Anything can really happen, so it's going to be nice to breathe and just try to get the best results we can.
Before we go ahead and let you go celebrate your, I guess, genuinely surprised third place podium, go ahead and shout out who gets it done for you in that number 13 machine.
Yeah, once again, 24 Social, 24 Speed, HC Sim Shots, and 213 Simware, along with Premier Racing Setups. Those are all good partners that help produce what I can do.
And thanks for your time. We hope to talk to you again. I would say it's Sonoma, but considering what happened here, you never know. So either next week or Talladega, we hope to talk to you again soon.
Thank you. I'm going.
That is third place finish. Shock third place finisher. Not only a shock third place finisher, but also something for, I guess, Brian McCann now to have on notice is the second repeat winner of the season. Brian usually have gone back to back, I think 3 separate times this season, only for it to be broken by Hunter or Cameron Starton a good majority of those times. And well, he's still finished second here after starting to chase you down in the long run. Did you overrun the tires a little bit more by the end? And I'm sure the lap traffic didn't necessarily help too much either.
Yeah, no, I don't think lap traffic was too bad, but at the beginning of the race, I knew it was going to be close, if not Cameron taking a win there, because he came from the back, got to second, and then started running me down. So off that first stint, I knew he was fast. And as far as tires go, the first time I came in, the right rear was 43. The second time I came in, 43. The last time here at the end of the race, it was 40. So I pushed that extra 3%, and at the end of that run, I was going. That right rear was so hot.
And of course, you are no stranger to experiencing the trials and tribulations of the tread. I had to go with it. But regardless, still a solid finish for you. Next week, we head to Sonoma, the second road course of the season. I'm sure for a relief for many drivers here in the league. But your thoughts as we head to Sonoma next week?
I love that track. I'm just not sure about this car on that track. Done the Cup car and the truck, so I think this car would be a little different experience, especially if that rear end doesn't have grip like it didn't have here tonight. That's going to be tough. But no, I love that track. Love to race there.
I should say the ending temperature, at least the average temperature throughout the race for the track, was about give or take about 2 degrees. Let's say 88, 89 degrees track temperature. Not too bad compared to what drivers have had in the past. So if it's anything around there, it should be fine. But not only that, it's also the short course too. So skipping the carousel completely and going back to the quote-unquote classic layout, the little short shoe that just goes right into the second half of the racetrack, which I think, personally, is the best layout.
Nice. Yeah, no, I didn't see that layout that we're going to run. So that'll definitely change things up a little bit. Can't wait.
Well, before we go ahead and let you go ahead and shout who gets it done for you, that number 8.
Yeah, my family. You for doing the broadcast, league admins for making the show happen, our sponsors for helping out, drivers for showing up, everybody watching tonight. Repeat 1975 my spotter, and Jones Paints and Designs on the car. Thank you.
And thank you for your time as well. We have to talk to you again soon.
Where's it at?
Moving on to the driver who just loves to do the last to first challenge, I think at this point for fun, and he thinks it's funny.
Let's see what Cam says.
Going from last to first here at Kansas. Not only that, but the second driver to do a back-to-back win on the season.
Yeah, I did not mean to do back to front. I was in the middle of qualifying lap, and then it just kicked me out with like 10 seconds to go before the race. So I don't think I had the pole. I was 5th or 6th, but it would have been better than starting last. And got stuck behind some traffic, and then it was just hit my marks the rest of the way, which I was fortunate enough to do. So it was a tough race. My wrist is killing me because I felt like my wheel was about at 1 or 2 o'clock every single turn, just with the back end kicking out. But it was fun.
I feel like there's something I'm missing here because apparently this is only. I think there is something I'm missing here because apparently this is only being marked as your third win in at least the data sheet that I have, which is probably highly incorrect, and I should aggressively be double checking that.
I think it's only
Cameron has won 4 races now.
At least the 4th one, I would think.
Yeah, this would be his 4th.
Maybe I added you down somewhere.
So I got 6 and Cam's got 4.
That is 4th. Look at that.
There's something
Yeah,
I'm
4th.
missing here somewhere. That's weird.
So he's catching up to me.
It was good. So we'll take the more bonus points since I'm out next week, and you're up for a playoff run.
Not only that, a good majority of the field being locked in as well on points alone. So nothing that you have to worry about since you've won, 4 times this season already. So everything's relatively safe for you. So even still, going into the
Get me on them tight tracks.
Sonoma for next week, go ahead and give us your thoughts. Not only that, but also for the
When's them tight tracks coming up?
Talladega.
Talladega.
Homestead.
As
That'd be a little
usual.
loose. Milwaukee
I'm not
Mile.
here
That's what
next
I'm
week.
talking
on a
about.
business trip.
Phoenix.
Which
That could go either
kinda
way.
Thankful. I'm not
Auto Club.
Sonoma, but it's
That
my
might
favorite
be
road
all right.
course, so
Las Vegas. Heck yeah.
not too sad.
Richmond.
I'm missing
Money.
it. But Talladega should be interesting, and then I feel good about every single playoff track. So I think Richmond's probably my best short track, and that's the last race, championship race, if I can get there. And Homestead and
He likes Richmond too.
Phoenix are kind of 2 of my strong suits as well, so it should be fun.
He's gonna kick my ass at Phoenix then.
That's definitely going to be quite interesting. I figured out finally where the discrepancy was. I'd accidentally had Brian McCann as winning last week somehow, which is really weird. But
Yeah, give me last week's win. I'll take it.
There is that to go for. So we'll see how things fare. But before we go ahead and let you go, at this point, you know the usual.
All right, man. I'm out.
Number 1.
Later. See y'all tomorrow.
That's a bomb.